So we play Pharah Tracer here again. Pharah... We kind of expect a Widowmaker here. We should probably run Widowmaker Tracer instead of Pharah Tracer, because if they run Widowmaker, we just lose one complete push with playing Pharah. So in anticipation of them playing Widowmaker, we shouldn't really play Pharah here. But I mean, you're fighting gold team, right? So Widowmaker probably not going to be as good. In higher elos, you're gonna get used to them playing Widowmaker on defense here, because it's like the most convenient option, because the long sidelines from the point. Should we anticipate Widow on this map? Usually, yes. If it's Master and above, it's always going to be Widowmaker, or like most cases, it's going to be Widowmaker. If it's not Widowmaker, it's Soldier. Same thing. Alright. So they have... let's not talk about their team. We are here to coach you, right?
Wait on Max. Set up. Right above us. Yeah, just distract first.
So the Tracer's already in? Jesus. That's not a good idea. Usually what you do is you let either Tracer go in the backline and wait for the engagement call, or you engage after the Tracer touched the point. So they turn around and try to go for the point, or send one to the point, and then Tracer can change up the angle and flank towards your team, right? And then try helping clearing up stuff. Usually what you see is you run this way here, right? Even with dive, right? You run up here and you set up on this high ground. And once you're on this high ground, you can either drop down to the point, or you jump them on their high ground if they rotate high ground in time. Gang dropping map builds, actually. Making me rich. Should maybe just become personal coach for the Gang. It's alright, let's have a look at this engagement here. Paying you better than DNA. Oh. Okay, Moira, right? Moira is the closest to us, so we focus to Moira. Now there's a Tracer behind, we gotta be aware of that, but we should be focusing probably the D.Va right now. The D.Va is so low, we should really focus the D.Va. Okay, Ryan. D.Va. Why are we not? Okay, there we go. I was a bit messy, but you did it. DNA made me the personal support. Are they paying you for that? I was joking. Of course not. You get the opportunity to carry games on your own. What? How does a Tracer get booed? And I don't like this. I don't like this. What you should be doing here is you claim high ground, and from the high ground you jump onto them, letting Pharah play around this area here. So she can always hide behind this pillar here, right? Or you play this side as Pharah on this roof, and you can just hide behind the roof and get free damage in here, right? With us flanking here, they can just turn around, try to focus us down here, right? Why would they pay me for the carry? Duh.
I would say if we get a pick, we can stay.
Jesse, I'm gonna set up. Oh, yeah.
Cool. Wait, what's happening?
They're right side. Alright.
Yeah, he's right up top. Alright, ready? Well, let's take a look. Oh, Lucio's over here. Yeah, get that McCree.
Like if Pharmacy would be where the team is, like Pharmacy should always be, while engaging, floating over the head of the team, right? like be with the team, and then you can start playing around this area here, or this area here, preferably this area, right? You can just hide behind here again. You can just play around. In case of emergency, you can concussion blast yourself behind here again, and so on and so on. Or you use this to concussion blast yourself into the fight and set up a huge barrage. If Pharmacy would have been with the team right now, we could have killed that Lucio easily and start the fight with a nice pick. Because the Lucio was really overextending here. See? Because now they don't have to choose between either focusing down the team or Pharmacy, because they can just fully turn to the Pharmacy because the team is not pushing in. So both Pharmacy and the team have to engage at the same time to set up that juicy cross angle. So they need to decide who to focus. Now Mercy has fallen already. Pharah is kind of struggling as well because of the missing Mercy. Oh, unlucky that we actually dropped down the bomb. We should really look to let Pharmacy engage at the same time as the team. And Tracer needs to get the fuck out. There we go. They have no one sitting on the high ground, so no need for the Tracer to actually take the big flank here. The Tracer's going in way too early again. Tracer is supposed to cause chaos, right? How is she causing chaos? She's going in when the team is going in. So they have to decide between chasing the Tracer or chasing the team. And killing one of them. And the better you are as Tracer, the more resources they need to put into you, the more opportunities your team gets. Because they're using their abilities to chase the Tracer, right? I'm so confused. Oh boy. Don't try to take this, like, just taking too much resources. With resources I mean ability cooldowns. It's so messy again, right? D.Va bomb was used too early then, in my opinion. You don't really want to use D.Va bomb to force them off the point unless it's close to be finished. Like the progress on the point, right? You need your D.Va in mag. Because you do so much more with D.Va in mag than with the bomb itself. Oh no. Use both support ults here and we need to reset this there.
Alright, that's alright.
Got 2 ticks.
Yeah. We got plenty of time. Oh!
Oh no.
How dare you?
You need to keep in mind that even if you're flanking on Tracer or playing Pharmacy, you need to engage at the same time.
That's what I'm looking for, yeah.
Because why you play Pharmacy is basically you let them decide. Do you go for the team or do you go for Pharmacy?
McCree's on the left side with me. Okay, I'm coming.
You put basically pressure from 2 angles, from 3 angles with Tracer. Lucio's overextending, get him. Why we not?
Oh, back, just keep covering. Alright.
We dodged the D.Va bomb there, but we don't engage at the same time again. Have a look at this.
Lucio. He's on that stair.
McCree falls, right?
Yes. Nice.
D.Va chasing the Lucio.
Oh, Lucio.
Monkey leaping in even though the D.Va is not in the position. D.Va getting zoned by the enemy D.Va's ult, Monkey leaping in, leaving him no protection from the D.Va. So what the D.Va should be doing is boosting this way up to the monkey. So the D.Va can actually play with the monkey here. Lucio is way behind. Then Pharmacy is probably behind the point somewhere. Tracer's also somewhere behind the point. Our Pharmacy is here. Okay, Pharmacy is here. Tracer's on the point. Winston is on the point. D.Va is cut off. And Lucio is behind. What is your Lucio doing? Lucio? Lucio not participating in the fight there? Okay, remaking here, that's good. Barrage. You could have barraged here. Hey, you're never engaging as a team. Oh, and we use beat way too late. Like, we got so many kills already. That's a waste of beat. You're not going to be able to take the point. Keep in mind it's 2 CP, right? So they have a really fast respawn while you don't. Using beat like that, that was just a huge waste. There were 3 people down already. Pretty common problem for us. In the heat of the moment, we fall apart and do our own things, trying to figure out how to tunnel vision. Not to tunnel vision, when... One good thing you can do is kind of get into the mentality of like approach the games in logical steps, right? So you have, first of all, a poking phase, right? No one of the team is able to kill one of the enemy team that's poking, right? Or like not in range of being dangerous for anyone apart from snipers. So that's the poking phase. Once both of your teams gets close enough, so both teams start to bashing against each other, that's the team fight, right? When we lose a couple of members from our team, we call it over and we try to disengage, right? Or we commit to the fight with ultimates, which in most cases you really shouldn't. Once the team fight is over, you just reset, right? You reset, you try to figure out what ultimates they build up during the last team fight. You think about what ultimates you have and how to combo them, and then you go for the plays, right? Now you talk about how to approach the next team fight. Then it's poking phase again, then it's team fight. Then it's disengagement if you lost the team fight. And then the same thing again. It's basically always a routine running in your head all of the time. And that way you don't autopilot and you don't tunnel vision and you don't hyper focus specific targets. Because ideally you should always change up plans, right? Because you don't have the same ultimates all of the time to work with. So we need to build a plan before we engage how to use our ultimates. So right now we don't really have anything to work with. We did have sound barrier if it wasn't wasted, so now we could say we push in hard first of all, right? Then we use sound barrier for the sustain to keep being as aggressive as we tried to be in the beginning there. We kind of use it as sustain on, right? And then Monkey can go hyper aggressive because he has primal rage. So he can overextend by quite a lot and don't get punished for it, because then he can bail himself out with primal rage. So you can play aggressive and the monkey can play hyper aggressive. That would be a thing. If sound barrier fails, we still have Mercy ult to kind of give us the edge here. So we could engage with Mercy ult, play really aggressive, and then use the Lucio ult to maintain aggressiveness, while Monkey can overextend even further and try to go for support hunt, for example. And when he finds himself in an uncomfortable position, he can just use primal rage, get out, get back to the team, and so on, right?
D.Va out of position.
Well, but we need to have a plan. We need to have a plan. Because right now we kind of engage, but at the same time we didn't, right? So your D.Va is here, your Monkey is here, your Tracer is here. Was that Lucio? No, it's Lucio. You're so split. You're so split. But we've got to pick here. Now we need to stabilize. We need to stabilize. We need to regroup.
Barrett's down, Barrett's down.
Where's McCree? He's on the right side.
You need target focus. Ideally, Tracer is on the... What is that? Is that a McCree? That's the McCree. The Tracer's on the McCree. D.Va bomb coming in from the enemy team here. So you need to back off.
I got McCree. Nice.
Tracer gets picked by the Lucio, trading with the McCree. Not a trade you want to take, honestly. Because the McCree will be here any second again. We get forced off the point. And we are split again, right? Now we regroup here. That's good. Tracer's dead though, so it's a bit less damage for us. We still don't have any target focus. No, Lucio's too far up here. You can't target the Lucio if he's that far up. Pharah can make him drop down. Or D.Va. But look, Lucio's here. And they're biggest threats right now. Your D.Va, the enemy D.Va is a threat here. Pharah could be dealt with the D.Va. We could also focus on the Monkey. Best thing to focus right now is probably the D.Va, since she's overextending here. Okay, D.Va's out of the fight. Now, next one, Winston. Nice pick there on the Moira. Get a Winston primer raging, so now we swap over to the D.Va. There's a D.Va behind shooting you for free. And now McCree is ulting from top, but D.Va can't deal with him because D.Va is too low. Your engagements are so messy. What you could do, because you're running dive, you set up on this high ground, you try to spot the McCree, right? And then you close distance to the point where you're just walking up, D.Va defense matrixing, for example. You jump the McCree on the high ground, you kill the McCree, and from there on you just drop on the point again. While Tracer kind of keeps the rest of the team busy. McCree is the only counter to the Pharah apart from the Pharah, right? If you kill the McCree early on, the Pharah has less pressure, does more damage. And also, they are one man down. You need to disengage. Fight is lost, fight is lost. Just get out, just get out. No. You get a demag there again. You're just staggering yourself all of the time. So the Tracer going in here, going for the pulse bomb on the Winston, not really going to do much without follow-up damage. Mercy trying to go for the rest here, gets killed immediately.
Winston's almost down. We lost this fight. We lost this fight. We gotta get back.
Okay, so as we move back in, guys, let's focus the target priorities. I want to be the healers first.
See, just realized the difference between gold and, for example, GM games. Because in GM games, it's very rare that you not see your team taking a point, right? It usually ends up being 4-4, 6-6, or like 5-4, and so on and so on. Most of the time, that is because you just have better target focus. Target focus is really key. That's why communication is key. Communication is key because you need target focus. You really do need target focus. We're not focusing on any targets. We're like, everyone on your team is kind of minding their own business and trying to get someone can't compare the difference between both is obviously the target focus, right? And we know how to engage, and so on and so on. Oh shit. What do you mean, Mew? I don't quite get your point. Did we get picked off there by the D.Va bomb? Which we should never ever, because we have speed boosters Lucio. Is Lucio behind you? The Lucio's overextending all of the time. What is this D.Va bomb again? Look. You're nowhere close to be there. What is this D.Va bomb? Like you forced him off the point, but did you make progress? You made effectively 8%, right? Whereas if you forced him off the point with another alternate and then used the D.Va bomb, you could have fully taken it.